This is the first time I'm making a video where I actually don't already know the title, but I just freshly got off an audition right now online, a virtual one, and I wanted to talk to you guys about not knowing where a connection may lead. And the reason that this just came up on me was because that I just spent, well, girl, let me introduce myself. Hello, everyone. My name is Branson. I'm an actor, singer, songwriter, dancer, influencer, and everything else in between. And yeah, that was the introduction of me. So you know a little bit about me. So yeah, I just got off my audition. It was a callback. Was it a callback? It was. Anyways, and I had such a great time chatting with the director and not even feeling so nervous because usually I feel like within the past year I've definitely gotten a lot more comfortable with virtual auditions and talking to actual directors and casting, because my first audition and second one I was sweating in my boots. I was shaking in my boots. I was just like ooh ooh ooh. But today, and which is crazy because today I felt like I prepared the least amount than I've done for my other auditions. And not that I didn't prepare, because I definitely did. I had my lines memorized. Because, you know, they always say, you don't have to memorize your lines for the audition. And I get that. But girl, no, look, I need to know them off the top of my head so we can get it going. Let's go. But, yeah, so I found myself not being really nervous today. And it was just, I just did the scene, and then he gave me some notes. He was like, okay, how, knowing this about the character, what would you do it this way differently? And also, I kind of prepared the wrong character because I thought that I was supposed to do this person, but in fact I was supposed to do that one. So that was even a more of like I'm sorry, I didn't prepare this. He was like, oh no, it's fine. I was like, okay, cool. And I still wasn't even like, oh my gosh, what? I was just like, oh my bad, I'm sorry. He's like, no. So that was already that, but I found myself not being nervous at all. Like it wasn't like a, oh my gosh, like just another audition where I'm just shaking in my boots. It was more so like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna put my craft out there. I'm gonna put my energy, I'm gonna put my acting, put my auditioning out there. And then I did it. And then when me and the directors just started talking, I was just like talking with him like I was just meeting somebody that also loves film. And I mean, essentially, that's what a lot of the auditions are. You're talking to people who, if you're an actor, you're talking to the director or maybe the person that's doing the chemistry read with you. But a lot of those times, it can feel very nerve-wracking and it can feel very just scary when you're meeting people for the first time, but you also have to show them your craft. You want to be good enough, but you're also trying to make a connection, but you also want them to see, oh, I'm a normal person too. Like, it's just a lot. But with this time, I really felt like, wow, like, yeah, it was chill. It was like another audition, and it was fun. And when I was talking to the director, he was like, yeah, so I tell this to all my actors, but and all the people I audition with, but if I don't choose you for this one, that doesn't mean that that's just a wrap. That doesn't mean that I'm done with you and like done forever. He was saying that I have projects that I write all the time. I may write something for you. I may put you in the next project. I may put you in this one. And that really just spoke to me because I felt like he was saying that to me. Like, obviously he said that he says it to everyone and he probably does. But I was like, yeah, like, I think he likes me. And he was like, especially with, I told this to people that I like everyone, but especially people that I'm vibing with. And I was like, he's vibing with me because I felt like we were vibing. And I've been in sometimes where I like the directors are so tea, people are so nice, but like, you know, sometimes like you just like, okay, very like I do my thing, you tell me, okay, boom, have a good one. But with this one, I was like, okay, we were like actually just vibing for a bit. And that's what I wanted to talk about is you never know where a connection may lead you, because let's say I don't hear back from this audition. You know, it's not uncommon for that to happen with the acting lifestyle. But just him saying that and reiterating it to me, it was just like like I could just tell the energy. Like, you know, sometimes you could just tell genuineness, genuinity. Not me making up words, but you can just tell when someone is being genuine. And I definitely felt that. And that's even happened to me with more casting directors in the past, because there have been, and it's very, for people that aren't in like the acting world or things like that, it's very common to submit yourself for auditions and it goes into the void and never hear a thing back. It's not common for people to say, oh, we went the other direction, or you didn't get the role, or this is the cast list, sorry to everyone else. It's not common at all. It's either you submit it and you just never hear back. Like, that's very, very, very common. So I've had I had a director in the past hit me up saying, in the acting website, saying that, you know, we already casted this project, but I really like the way you work, and, you know, I'll be doing some things this summer, so I'll definitely keep you in mind. And that was like amazing to me, because I was like, okay, this casting director didn't see me for that role, or maybe even the casting director liked me, but the producers may not have liked me, or maybe I wasn't the right fit, maybe my hair's too long. I don't know. It's things you can't control. Not everything is about the way you're acting or the way this, or maybe the acting just wasn't tea. Who knows? But it's just like them taking the time out of their day to say things like that, like, oh, I'm keeping you in mind. Or, I may not cast you in this project, but I'm looking forward to you, and like, I might write you in and other things. That is so real. And that's genuinely, honestly, to me, I feel like that's better than just getting an offer sometimes, because having, like, I could get an offer for something and maybe that may not be the right thing for me in that moment, but now I got that offer and maybe I got it too early or too in the wrong time of life, and it's just not what could have been. But if I didn't get a certain thing, but this director or casting director or producer, whoever, keeps me in mind for the next thing, maybe a month down the line, maybe a year, 5, 10 years, I don't know, who knows? You never know, okay? Because I'm talking with people that are at my level right now, but I don't know who's in my acting class. I don't know who's I've done a film with or who I've been on set with that may in 10, 15, 20 years be an Oscar winning film. Who knows? You don't know. So it's just making those connections is so, I feel like it's a lot more important than just getting the offers. Like, and I really truly feel like this. And I feel that I'm telling people that if you don't get something, if you may get a rejection, or if you may be in a point right now where you feel like you're trying things and things are not coming your way, but you're meeting meaningful people, or you're making meaningful connections, or you're putting yourself out there, it's just a matter of time, babes. It's a matter of time, okay? And it's a lot better than just getting the thing right then and there. Like, people that even that goes in like regular jobs, when you're getting offered a position and maybe everybody's competing for this one position and you don't get that position and you're bummed out, and that would have been a position, doing X, Y, and Z. But, what is it called? I was about to say the casting director, but I'm talking about like regular, what are they called? The managers? The CEO? I don't, girl, ooh, you can tell my brain just goes to anything film and theater related, but they may keep you in mind for a position that opens up in a year or two that gets paid maybe 3 times, 4 times the pay, has a lot more qualifications and a lot more responsibilities that you yourself want to do, a lot more things that align with who you are as a person, and all because they kept you in mind when you didn't get that initial offer, when you didn't get that initial role offer, whatever it was. You were maybe feeling a little sad. But now, if you would have got that, you wouldn't have been in line to get this next position, whether it's, next month, next week, next year, who knows? You wouldn't have got that because you would have took the thing that wasn't right for you in the moment. So yeah, and I just, even like I said, with other casting directors reached out in which they, like, it's not, I don't think it's common at all. Maybe for stars it's common, they want to keep in good with the stars. They're like, oh no, we loved you, but we had to cast blah blah blah, whatever. But I even have this one casting director, love her down, because she like always submits me, and I've gotten down to the final roles for certain films with her. And then she's like, every time I submit to her, not every time, there are a few things that I don't like, get a call back for. But whenever I do submit, like, I can just tell she likes the way I work. Like, she just likes the way I work. And I've watched videos of casting directors talking about it, and actors, and how sometimes like actors feel like it's the end of the world, like everybody's against me, everybody hates me, when in reality a lot of casting directors are fighting for you, and a lot of people in the background are fighting for you, but it may be above whoever that they are that's saying, hey, look, we're not looking for this, Branson's T, but we're looking for somebody that's maybe a little bit taller, okay? Maybe somebody that's a little bit shorter, maybe somebody that has dyed hair. I mean, I could dye my hair, I don't think that's big of an issue, but ooh, child. But yeah, I truly value a connection. And even me, like, this last week, yeah, like 2 days ago, actually, not even last week, like literally 2 days ago, I went to another film networking event, and I met a lot of people there, and it was cool chatting up, and I talked to maybe like 10 different people, but there was one person that I really like had a genuine connection with. I was like, okay, look, and they're another actor and filmmaker too, and I was like, look, I really vibe with you. And then we went and got dinner afterwards. And I just was like, yeah, you may meet a lot of people, but you could just tell when something is genuine and people really just vibe. And that's what I'm saying. That's the whole point of this video. You just never know where a connection might lead you. You never know who's watching. You never know where you are. You never know who is in the same vicinity that you are in right now, that you're the same vicinity with whom you're having the space shared. In 10, 20 years times. And I know people hate the long game, but it's the way. And I know it's the way for my career. I was watching an interview with Keke Palmer and Demi Lovato, And Demi was talking about her auditioning for Barney at 5 and didn't get in, not getting Barney because she couldn't read and others because she couldn't read. And then getting it at 8. And then, she did a few other projects. And then she got her first role with Disney at 14. And then that's when Camp Rock and Sunny with a Chance and all that stuff happened with Demi. But it's like seeing Demi on High School Musical. I mean, not High School. What? Seeing Demi on Camp Rock or Sunny with a Chance, you would have thought, oh, wow, like, a child star, like overnight sensation. She just got like fame overnight. In a sense, yeah, people started recognizing her like that overnight. But she's been working at this since she was like, well, she said she auditioned for Barney at 5, so she could have been for sure auditioning pre-5. I don't know, but it's a long game, and especially with the career that I'm in, it's definitely a long game, and I'm willing to play it. Yeah, so that's all I want to say. Follow your dreams. You never know where a connection might lead. Be nice to everyone, okay? Unless they try you. Now I'm just playing. We try to take the high road. We try to lead with kindness, but sometimes it's a little. But yeah, I hope you guys got a little bit out of this video, and I love y'all so much. And bye.